We're following breaking news this morning. If you're just now joining us, one person has now died after a semi rollover on I-40.
We got a live look at the scene on westbound I-40 at Portland Avenue here. Wayne Stafford, a live report with more information coming up for you in just a few minutes. We will check in with him for the latest as we bring it back in to Good Day OK. And that is just a situation right now that is creating all kinds of headaches for folks just anywhere near that area.
Yeah, it's just hard to even look at. But of course, Shelby Love, she's got your back with a look at alternate routes for you this morning. Shelby, what's the best option today?
Well, Adam and Jasmine, it's really difficult to get around this crash. I know Wayne mentioned that earlier, that this crash not just causing a big backup and delay there for I-40 on the westbound side and really around the Amarillo Junction, but for those secondary streets as well. So many people are being diverted right now and trying to find their best alternate route that it's causing a ton of issues. So here's a look again at that semi-fire. This is for westbound I-40 closed between Portland Avenue and Meridian Avenue. Eastbound I-40 in the process of opening back up. Still a big mess there for a lot of different places. And this, a couple alternate routes you could try is Northwest 23rd Street. Normally I would say just hop up to 10th, but you can see we're seeing a lot of red delay and a big trouble spot for there as well. So I would avoid even Northwest 10th Street. Southwest 29th Street is moving okay in the yellow. So you could definitely hop on that as well. But no matter way you head this morning, if you're headed in anywhere around the Amarillo Junction, you're going to experience some of those trouble spots and slowdowns. Taking a look at those slowdowns for I-44, eastbound I-44 moving real slow back to Airport Road, and several secondary crashes there in the mix as well, around 11 miles per hour. Westbound I-44 moving really slow around 8 miles per hour as well this morning. May Avenue, though, looking pretty nice and green, so that's the best alternate route that I would take if you're traveling I-44 this morning. Let's take it live to our Pike Pass Steer Clear traffic tracker. This is a look at Southwest 15th Street and Portland Avenue. Again, a big mess pretty much everywhere, seeing a ton of cars in these areas. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Well, good morning, everyone. Your forecast not looking as messy as your traffic this morning. We are warming up pretty fast. Right now, we're in the mid to upper 30s. 38 here in downtown Oklahoma City, as well as Edmond, 35 in Shawnee, and 34 in Norman. Still below freezing in Minco at 31. We still have some areas back over in western Oklahoma around freezing. Clinton and Hobart right now, Lawton as well. But we're warming up fast. Winds are coming in from the south right now, about 15 to 25 miles per hour. Breezy winds expected throughout your entire day today. And it is making for a wind chill right now. We feel like 23 here in Oklahoma City and 27 in Chandler and Stillwater, 20 back in Elk City. So again, definitely bone chilling this morning. And then as we head into the 9 o'clock hour, most of us in the upper 30s, low 40s, 50s by lunchtime, upper 50s still as we head into that 5 o'clock hour with a good bit of sunshine for your day ahead today. 60s at high here in the city. We'll see some mid to upper 60s across parts of western Oklahoma this afternoon. But we are tracking some changes, some big changes to your forecast tomorrow and into Thursday. Cold front arrives. This is cold front number 1, brings in cooler air and a big Arctic blast on the way. I'll give you all those details coming up in just a bit.
Let's get back to your breaking news. We know one person dead after this semi crash on I-40 and catches on fire.
Yeah, Fox 25's Wayne Stafford is on scene near westbound I-40 in Portland. Wayne.
Hey, good morning, guys. Yeah, this is still a very active scene. Westbound I-40 still shut down due to this deadly crash. Behind me, you can see the remnants of that semi. Now, troopers tell me that this semi rolled into a median here and then caught fire, and that is the remnants right there, smoldering now. And about 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago or so, as we were trying to get here, this smoke was everywhere, maybe at least 30 feet high, encompassing all the highway here. It looks like the fire department has been able to put out that fire, but still a little bit of smoldering right here as they're staying on scene to make sure that this fire is completely out. Now, troopers tell me, Highway Patrol tells me that this is a 3-vehicle crash. This semi crashed into 2 other vehicles. You can see a white vehicle right here, and there's at least one other one that was also involved in this crash. There are no other injuries, just the single fatality right now. And as we're learning more information, of course, we'll have that here, but you can see that that this is just a very large scene stretching back quite a ways in around the Meridian and Portland area, again on I-40. Now, just recently, just in the past 30 minutes, they have opened back a lane of eastbound I-40, but the westbound side of I-40 is completely shut down right now. They are directing traffic onto Reno, which is causing some hazards on Reno and Portland in that area as well. So a lot of traffic in that area as well. If you can, definitely avoid this area because it's going to be a while before this investigation wraps up as they try to determine what led up to this crash here this morning. Guys, back to you.
All right, thank you, Wayne. And more breaking news. We know another person dead after an early morning shooting in southwest Oklahoma City. This happened near Southwest 59th and Village just before 3 this morning. Oklahoma City police tell us a person crawled up to a house with a gunshot wound. That victim later died. We'll have any updates for you as we get him here on Good Day OK. OSBI investigating after a man was shot and killed Sunday night near Bocoshi in LaFleur County. Now, police say they were called to a home after 49-year-old Kevin Cosgrove entered the home, attacked a homeowner. Officials say Cosgrove left the area, then came back to try to get into the home again. The homeowner got his gun and shot Cosgrove, who died at the scene. The homeowner taken to the hospital, treated for his injuries. So far, no arrests have been made.
An investigation continues this morning after one person was shot and killed near Jones. It all happened at a Dollar General outside there at 63rd and Jones Spencer Road. Police say they responded to a shots fired call, but when they arrived at the scene, they couldn't find the victim. That victim later showed up at a hospital and eventually died. So far, police have not released any information about a suspect. More than 75 shots were fired during a shootout at a Tulsa apartment. And now police are investigating the incident. They need to figure out who did this. Witnesses say they saw 8 or 9 people in dark clothing and ski masks shooting at the entrance to the complex. Police say several vehicles and homes were hit. No one was injured.
The Fort Sill National Cemetery and the Office of Veterans Affairs are inviting the public to attend the funeral of 4 unclaimed veterans this morning. The service for Raymond Stowe, John Lewis, David Bamberger, and Carl Neff will start at 11. The memorial will include military funeral honors with the playing of taps and the presentation of a folded American flag.
Well, just into our newsroom, we are learning that the Crescent School District is going to be closed today, posting on their Facebook page a little bit more info about that closure. They are saying that they're due to a number of elementary teachers being out sick. All pre-K school will be virtual today and Wednesday. Basketball games will be played as scheduled. They do say that one teacher will be at the school tomorrow and will hand out devices to middle school students if they need one. We will, of course, continue watching for updates. Again, this is the Crescent Public School District. We'll be watching for updates here at the live desk.
We just got over a very expensive time of year, and now it's time to pay the bill here, tackle that credit card bill.
Yeah, that's the reality. And Fox 25's Maria Garcia's got you back with the latest credit card stats in today's Consumer Watch.
Credit card debt is down about 11%, though the average person still does have about $5,668 in credit card debt. Website MoneyGeek tells me that age does have an impact, but not in the way you might think.
Credit card debt is a very personal matter, and your age does play a role, according to a survey by website MoneyGeek. But get this, younger people had less credit card debt. The likely reason behind that is because they could borrow less. The people with the highest amounts of debt were older Americans.
Those that are 75 or older, they actually had the highest average credit card debt of $8,100. A bit surprising. You'd think that those who are older, and they're no longer working, they may have lower average credit card debts.
MoneyGeek does add that those averages are people who have credit cards, and a closer look at the data shows that fewer people in that age range have a credit card. The amount of debt depends on where you live.
When I look at Oklahoma, just a little bit below the average, 5,271.
So the more expensive places to live, well, that means that you're likely to be burdened with the possibility of more debt. And that's exactly how people report feeling about their credit card debt, as a burden.
No surprise, 89% of the people we surveyed indicated that they felt stressed from some aspect of their financial lives. And the top two were making sure that they'd saved enough for retirement, and the second one was managing their credit card debt.
If your debts are keeping you up at night, there are two ways to tackle them. You could try the snowball method. That's fighting to pay off your smallest balances first and then moving on to the bigger ones. Or you could try the avalanche method, fight to pay off the debt with the highest interest rate first and then move on.
In both of these options, you do roll over that debt payoff spending into the next debt, so you are paying off more money over time. Maria Garcia, Fox 25 Consumer Watch.
For more on today's Consumer Watch story, visit our website, okcfox.com. Just click on the News tab and select Consumer Watch.
Pike Pass steer clear traffic update. It is 8:39 here on this Tuesday. Wow, what a mess this morning has been really for the Amarillo Junction. We had a huge semi rollover and it caught on fire here. That's where you've seen Wayne Stafford there on location. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you're taking a look at here at our maps. Westbound I-40 still closed between Portland Avenue and Meridian Avenue. Wayne is saying one lane of eastbound I-40 is back open, so that's some good news. Still a mess though, and void the entire area. Normally, I would reroute you to Northwest 10th Street or Reno Avenue, but both of those roadways also really busy because everyone's trying to get around this. So I would extend even further, go up to Northwest 23rd Street or Southwest 29th Street. You might still experience a few delays in those areas, but not near as bad as some other spots. For some delays around the Amarillo Junction continuing, that's happening for I-44. If you're traveling westbound I-40 to the junction, traveling around 19 miles per hour, so looking better, but still slow. Moving slow for eastbound I-40 back from Airport Road up to the junction, traveling around 12 miles per hour. And there's also several secondary crashes there as you approach the junction for eastbound I-44. So again, just a mess. I would take May Avenue instead of I-44. That route is actually looking pretty green this morning. Let's go ahead and take it live to our Pike Pass steer clear traffic tracker. This is a look at Meridian Avenue and I-40, traveling some of those secondary streets. Man, roadways just looking pretty wild all in this area. Never wait more than 10 minutes for traffic and weather together.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's a cold start to the day, but your afternoon not looking so bad at all. Will actually be above average. By lunchtime, temperatures already back in the low 50s, upper 50s, low 60s for highs today with sunshine through afternoon and very breezy winds. We'll see wind gusts today upwards of 30 to an isolated gust upwards of 40 miles per hour. That's going to help increase your fire threat near critical this afternoon here across parts of western and into central Oklahoma, and then another threat as we head into your Saturday in the high category. So next weather maker, it's a cold front that arrives into your night tonight, brings in cooler air tomorrow. Arctic blast though by Thursday. And yeah, it's going to be absolutely frigid. Thursday will struggle to reach into the mid-20s for highs, and then we quickly warm up into the next weekend. But this front, hey, it won't bring as widespread of snow showers like we saw last weekend, but we do have a few chances, and I'll break this down for you coming up in just 10 minutes.
Danielle, thank you. Following breaking news this morning, one person is dead after a semi rolled over on I-40 and catches fire. Here's a live look at the scene right now. You can see pretty active here on westbound I-40 near Portland.
Wayne Stafford is there live. We're going to check in with him for the latest next.